Hi guys, it's John the Dyslexic Geek here, and in today's video I'll be giving you my best and worst LEGO sets of 2022. I think it's fair to say that this year has been a really good one, with some truly amazing sets across many different themes that LEGO do. Um, but it's also fair to say that there have also been a good few poor sets this year. But the good do far outweigh the worse. But with these poor sets, it is hard to fathom how some of them even made it to marketplace because a couple of them really are really bizarre choices. This is not a full comprehensive list of every good set, as there have been far too many, and this video would probably end up being about an hour long. This is just a small selection of the truly outstanding sets that I believe best epitomise what Lego the best of Lego in 2022. There is, in fact, one set that does appear in both good and the poor sets, as my opinion on this set is particularly split. Um, and I think it does warrant being in both. Try and have a guess if you can think which set that might well be. The sets are not placed in any particular order or any order of ranking. Just it's just random. They're just random sets. At the end of the video, I'll tell you which my favourite set of the year is. So yeah, here we go. So first up, we have the Boutique Hotel. The modular was released in January, which kicked everything off. This set, I think, is absolutely spectacular. I think it's one of the best modules that we've had for quite a few years now. The fact that it's a corner modular is quite unique. The last one I believe we had was the corner garage some years back, and that set I didn't particularly like. I actually think this is probably the best corner set we've had since the Palace Cinema all those many years ago now. I just think it's really cool, really class. It's a really nice set. It's one again I particularly have, but I haven't yet got round to building. Um, but yeah, it's one if you can pick up next year when it's on sale, absolutely a must have. Next up is of course the Lion's Castle. This set which I think came out in was it June or July, I believe, or maybe in August, somewhere in the summer. I can't quite remember when now. This really is just stunning. It's absolutely stunning. Anyone who grew up in the 80s collecting Lego like myself, and there really were two main themes that I used to love collecting. One was pirates, the other one was the castle sets that they used to do. This is just one of the best sets I think Lego have done for many years. It's ginormous. It really is a sense of the detailing in it, and the amount of figures you get with it. Yes, it's quite expensive. I think £330, but you do get a lot of brick for your money. I haven't. I've seen this on display several times in my Lego store, and every time it just blows me away. Um, I haven't yet picked it up. I'm trying to wait for it to come on sale. At the moment, I think it's only exclusive to Lego, so I don't think in the UK any other retailer currently has it yet. So hopefully, at some point in 2023, when the Lego exclusivity hopefully may go, and it ends up at another retailer somewhere, that it might well lead to a sale at some point. But one way or the other, I will be picking this up in the sometime next year because it's not a set you ever want to miss out on. Plus, I've got the medieval blacksmith, so it'll complement that really well. Um, yeah, it's just it's just a big doll's house. You can display it in a couple of a couple different ways. Very versatile. It's so full of character. Yeah, this is one of the very best sets, I think, and it's going to be hard. It was hard to top this year. Okay, next up is we have the Great Pyramid of Giza from the architecture range. This set, I think, it came out in the summer. It is a really nice set. Really cool. Generally, I'm not really a big lover of the architecture range. I find some of the builds rather dull to put together, very monotonous, a bit too fiddly. But when you see this one in person, it does blow you away a little bit. The box just doesn't do it justice. It really is on. It really is a substantial set, and very much a nice display piece. With lots of nice little details. All the boats here, the Nile, the obelisk you have here, and one of the best bits of the set is that the actual pyramid top lifts off, and as you can see here, it shows the superstructure within the burial chambers. All the different moving blocks. I mean, these don't move, but um, it's really quite clever the way they design this. Then you move around when you see it from the back. It shows it's like a half section of the pyramid itself. So you can actually see here the actual burial chamber from behind. I might be right, I might be wrong here, but I think if you actually, well, if you were mad enough, you wanted to buy two of them, you could place them together and then create one big giant pyramid, if you were so inclined. It's quite a reasonably priced set as well. I think it's £130, £120. But I have regularly seen it in the UK on sale. Um, so yeah, if you see it and you can go on sale, I'd highly recommend picking this up. It's definitely one of the more interesting ones from 2022. So yeah, lovely set. Next up, we have the Motorized Lighthouse in the Ideas range. This set came out in September, and it was a really nice surprise. I wasn't expecting this set at all. I know we got glimpses of a possible lighthouse set coming out sometime in the spring, summer, but I think the initial image that leaked were of the tower on the lighthouse beacon, but it wasn't until we got the actual full reveal that we could see it in its glory. It really is really, really brilliant set, full of charm. The lighthouse cottage is lovely. The rowboat, the beach, I guess the cliffside, or the mount. It really tells quite a few stories. It's just a classy set. Each time I've seen it in my local Lego store, it really does grab the eye. The light beacon itself is really actually works quite well. It really is. I think it's motorized and is very effective. Let's see a little bit more detail through here. Yeah, it's a very classy set. It's a very substantial set, very tall, quite imposing, and you can't fail to notice it. So I don't yet have this set. I will be purchasing it next year at some point. Um, Now it's no longer exclusive with Lego in the UK. I think here John Lewis have the exclusivity of this set now outside Lego. So next time it pops up on a sale, I shall be buying this. So yeah, this is no way this could not be in my list. Easily one of the best sets, and it'd be hard to top this next year with whatever they come up with. Right, continuing on, we have the Loop Coaster. Now, when I first saw this set revealed, I just knew I immediately had to have this set. It is absolutely spectacular. I know it divides quite a lot of opinion. Some people like it, some people hate it. There's people I've heard people not happy with how expensive it is or for how little you get, but for your money anyway. But when you actually see it, for the first time in the Lego store, all built, all powered up, all motorized, you see the roller coaster actually all going around. Oh, it's just mind blowing. I think it's easily one of the best fairground ride sets that Lego have done. Yeah, the only problem is it is it, it's going to be a difficult set for me to display. I do have it, but not yet built. I'm not quite sure where I'm going to display it because you can see here it is just ginormous. More well vertically anyway. Um, but I think it's a very cool set. I think easily one of the best sets of 2022. Actually managed to pick this up during the Black Friday sales from Lego, so I actually got a good deal on this. So I couldn't really resist. At full price, yeah, okay, I can understand. I think it's £345. I think it retails at when it's at full price. Um, but yeah, it's a very fun set, very fun. Like I said, when it was first announced, definitely one of my sets that I had to pick up. And yeah, definitely, in my opinion, deserves a slot in my best of 2022. Carrying on, we do of course, have to have the Optimus Prime in this list. This set, which came out in June, is easily one of the most impressive sets Lego have ever done. I don't know how the designers came up with it. It is very, very, very cool. As a child of the 80s, Transformers was my favorite toy, favorite cartoon. I still, in my parents' loft, have my original Optimus Prime toy still, although it is quite battered because it was heavily played with. Although I haven't seen it for years, I might have to go down and get it and have a look at it. But this Lego, oh wow, it's one of the few Lego models that you have that, from a distance, you can't actually tell it's Lego. It really is that good and that detailed. Obviously, the closer you get, it becomes apparent. But when it's from a distance, they've masked all the Lego elements incredibly well. That it really is hard to tell the difference sometimes. It is tall, it's imposing. Yeah, it is an absolutely awesome set. Awesome, awesome set. I shall be doing a review on this very shortly, so I don't want to go into too much detail here. So please check out my review of that when it eventually comes out, hopefully in a couple of weeks' time. But yeah, this set, I don't know how the designers came up with it. What makes a set really spectacular? Not only did they have to come up with a model accurate Optimus Prime, but they also had to come up with an idea of how to make the robot actually be able to transform into the truck. And how they come up with this is just mind blowing, incredibly clever, very very skillful. It doesn't look so good in truck form, I must admit, and it is quite, even in robot form, you have to say, as imposing as and well made it is quite flimsy. You have to be careful with it. Um, but the joints are pretty robust. It is posable. Um, but easily one of the best sets of this year. Um, I really do hope that Lego do some more Transformers models, but I'm not sure I could ever see him doing Megatron, simply by the fact that he transforms into a gun. So yeah, I don't think we'll be seeing that one from Lego anytime soon. I don't think. It'd be nice if they did, but it doesn't really fit Lego's sort of um, well, there's not really. I can't see Lego doing a big gun. Let's put it that way. So yeah, this definitely merits a place in my list this year. Next up, we have what I think is easily the best Marvel set from 2022, and that is of course a Sanctum Sanctorum. This set really is easily one of the best sets that come out this year. It was well priced, quite regularly. I know it's priced at a recommended retail price of £200 in the UK, but regularly straight off the bat, it was available for £170. During the Black Friday, I've seen it as low as down to 140. So the set is quite often has been reduced already quite often this year. But it is really one of the best sets. Comes with a great range of minifigures, and easily probably the best part of the set is in fact a full modular. So this year we really did get in fact two modulars. And from the images that I've seen from other people, it does slot in really well with the existing modulars, which I think is a really really cool feature. Um, Lots of lot of Easter eggs. The interiors are really cool, really lot of fun. Again, I have this set, but not yet built. At some point, I will be getting it done because I think, well, I might be one of the next ones I actually do because it does look. I do like building modulars, and this looks like great fun. So yeah, I think this is easily warrants one of the a slot in my best of 2022. Next up, we have the Eiffel Tower. Now, I do have a bit of a confession. I was considering putting this in my one of my worst sets of 2022, but I couldn't quite do it. Whilst it's not a set I personally want, it's not something I'm ever going to buy. At £550, it's too much money for a set like this. But I can see why some people do love it. It is massive. I mean, it does look very impressive when you see it in store. Um, it's very imposing. It's it's quite phenomenal, really, how what they've actually achieved with it. Well, that's one of the reasons why I personally don't particularly like it. I think it's just too big. For someone like me, I would never have room to display it. It'll take up far too much display space. Um, it doesn't look that much fun to build for me personally, but again, I can see why other people might find it enjoyable. Um, yeah, it's not. It's no way. It's one of the. It's not a worse set. It's just no way. But I had to put it as one of the best because it is easily one of the most standout sets of 2022, and I think I think going forward, I think it's going to be a set that people will look back upon as being one of the truly great sets of all time. But we'll have to wait and see on that one. But yeah, I'm not sure I will be watching it, rushing out and buying it, as I literally have nowhere to display it. So yeah. Lastly, we do of course have to have the Hogwarts Express collector's edition. Now, I know this set defies a lot of a lot of people's opinion. Some people say it's fantastic. Some people say it's so disappointing. But objectively, it really is spectacular. Easily one of the best design trains I think Lego ever yet done. Uh, when I first saw this in my local Lego store a few weeks back, it just blew me away. It doesn't look like Lego. It really doesn't. The model itself, the train, you could easily think you'd be looking at something like a Hornby, something along those sort of replica trains. It really is so detailed. Um, Easily one of the best Harry Potter sets of the year, I think you can argue. It comes with a hell of a lot of minifigures. It's just a classy train set. Something you can easily see sitting on top of a mantelpiece, a fireplace, bookshelf. It's very classy. No way does it look like any sort of regular Lego model. It certainly blows out the original set right out of the water, in fairness, in terms of its size. And then when you see the selection of minifigures you get here, it really is very cool, very substantial. Um, Now during the Black Friday, I think this set was. I think you were able to redeem some VIP points and get this set. I think for 350 odd pounds. I think. Unfortunately, I just missed out. So at some point next year, I think I will try and pick this up. But yeah, I think the only way I'll be picking this up is with a substantial discount because at £450, I do think it is on the expensive side for what it is. But I do think it does deserve a place in the best of. And now we move on to the worst sets of 2022. And no, this is not a mistake. I did say at the beginning of the video that there was one particular set that I was very much split on, that I thought was easily one of the best, but also one of the worst. And that is, of course, the Hogwarts Express Collector's Edition. So as impressive as this set was, and then as imposing as what it is, and as detailed as it is, and all the minifigures that come with it, all that is true. But on the same time, it is such a disappointment of a set of what could have been. I'm not quite sure what the Lego designers were thinking when they come up with this design. For a start, I think when the rumours first broke of this set, we were expecting it maybe to be a set that could be motorised, and that might come with lots of track itself. But no, Lego went down the design of putting it on a real wide gauge scale, so it's not compatible with all the existing Lego tracks. There's no way to make it move. Well, I mean the wheels don't move anywhere at all, apart from the sort of twisting thing at the top. The wheels don't move by themselves. Obviously, when you wheel it along, it will. But yeah, oh, what a disappointment! What a set should have been. And at £450, it's quite shocking what they've actually delivered with it. Um, I mean, this the track element here. I mean, how much bricks that went into this, I don't know. Completely unnecessary. The platform, um, it's quite pathetic, really, in terms of I mean, look at the scale of the train. and then when you put it against this tiny little platform, it doesn't half look bad. The very least they could have at least maybe doubled the length of the platform itself to make it look a bit more substantial. Um, yeah, but when you sit next to the train, it looks silly, really. I mean, I'll say even personally, I think it looks far worse than the platform that you get with the small Hogwarts Express that you can still get. Uh, yeah, overall, I don't know what Lego were thinking. They could have done so much with this set. I think so many people were expecting so much. Um, I mean, yeah, it's saving grace. If you can objectively look at it without the price tag, okay, yeah, they've achieved some great things with it, but you can't overlook the price tag and what you actually get with it. Like I said, when it's on sale, yeah, okay, you can argue at 350 odd pound or less, it's a pretty reasonable set, but at 450 pounds is just as much as I sort of praised it in my as one of the best of. Unfortunately, I do have to say the negatives do really outweigh the positives. I mean, if you really do like this set, by all means, go and buy it. But for me personally, without a substantial discount, there is just no way I'll be buying this, unfortunately. Okay, next up on my worst list is the Santiago Bernabel Stadium. This is the third of these designs. Personally, I'm not a great lover of these sets. I think they appeal to a very niche audience. It's only going to be really fans of these select teams that are going to be buying these, I would have thought. Um, I mean, I can't see rival fans buying a stadium of a team they don't support. Like myself, I'm a Liverpool supporter, so there was no way on earth I was ever going to be buying the Old Trafford Stadium. Um, I mean, I think out of the three stadiums that they've done so far, the new camp, Old Trafford, I do think this is probably the best looking one of the lot, but that isn't saying too much. It's pretty accurate as far as the Bernabeu looks. Um, it's easily probably the most detailed one that they've done so far. But on top of that, it's easily the most expensive one they've done so far. I think 270 odd pound. I think this costs. It's just too much money for what it is. And what doesn't help its cause, it has one glaring problem, is that unfortunately this stadium that they designed here is going to be obsolete in a couple of years. Because those of you who don't know, the Bernabeu is currently undergoing a major renovation, and when finished, will look nothing like this stadium that is depicted here. This is very much the old stadium now. This is what the new stadium is going to look like when finished. I think it's got another year or so to go. So basically, they pulled down pretty much the existing stadium and built a brand new arena around it. This here is actually going to be a fully retractable roof. So it's a very bizarre choice for Lego to go down releasing this model this year. I don't know why they didn't release it a couple of years back, or maybe wait until the new one's done. I mean, granted, the existing stadium is obviously iconic, but yeah, I'm not sure what this is a very bizarre choice. I know Real Madrid are one of the biggest clubs in the world. Easily one of the most iconic ones, without doubt. Um, but yeah, I'm not sure how much more you'll be seeing of any more of these stadiums going forwards. I don't think they've been a huge success from Lego. I think the last two have regularly been on sale, heavily discounted. Already this year, I've already seen this set discounted quite a few times. So yeah, not a very good set in my opinion. Next up, we have this table football set from the Ideas range, and I have to say, this really is just shockingly bad. I don't know what were thinking with this one. I hate this set. I've seen it a few times a few weeks ago. Every time I see it, it just looks absolutely dreadful. It just looks. It's just. Oh, I don't know what they are doing with this. Why this was green lit at all? I don't know. It's so small. It's fiddly. It's not fun. It just is a complete waste of time. I think it is easily one of the worst idea sets we've seen for quite a long while. We see it like it, I mean, the playability wise, it's just so bad. Um, yeah, okay. It comes with a lot of figurine minifigs, with a lot of accessories, a lot of different kits. But it doesn't take away what a disappointment this set is, and especially when you consider what the original design was going to be, was this, which was a far more substantial design, far more fleshed out, much more fun to play by the looks of things. But you compare this to this, I don't quite know what Lego have done, where the pieces have gone. I do not know. I mean, it's supposed to be 2,000, well, nearly 2,400 pieces in this. Um, but yeah, this is shocking. I don't know who this appeals to. I don't know who's buying it. Uh, I mean, I've seen it's already rather heavily discounted already at Lego. I know I've seen it with quite a good discount. But even at a discounted price, it doesn't save it. It's horrendous, personally. Um, it's just not. I've tried it. There's just nothing fun about it at all. The little spindle things are flimsy. Oh yeah, it just sorry of Lego, but this is absolute garbage. If you're gonna choose an idea set that someone's come up with a concept for, why not try and deliver the actual? And I know they can't always deliver what is that exactly the original designer comes up with due to costings and feasibilities and stuff like that. But then don't pick it if that's the best bet. There are so many good sets that are not selected throughout the ideas process. I rather wish they went for something else than do a half-hearted attempt like this. It just wastes everybody's time, quite frankly. Um, if you like it, up to you. But yeah, I think this set is an absolute disaster, personally. Next up, we have the Black Panther uh, bust, I guess is what this is. Again, another really, really bad set. I don't know who. I just don't see the point in this set at all. I think it's very overpriced. I think that's £350. I just don't see the appeal to this set at all. I've said I'm not a huge Black Panther fan, so that partly popped because of it. Also, I just think it looks weird. It's the arms. I don't know something about the arms, and it looks silly. Uh, I haven't seen this in person, so maybe it looks better in from a different angle, and maybe in person, maybe it looks a bit more. I just think it looks stupid, quite frankly. I I think it's a great waste of money for all the things that all the sets that Marvel could do Lego could do with the Marvel franchise. I think this is just such a pointless set. And last and not least, on the worst set of 2022, and personally, this is by far the worst set of 2022 that Lego have done. Oh my God. When I first saw this leaked, I thought, it can't be real. It looks unfinished. It looks like a really bad mock-up. But no, when it was officially unveiled, I was shocked. It is just appalling. I don't quite know what this is. It looks nothing like the Hulkbuster. I mean, obviously you can see it. You can see where it does, but you know what I mean. It's the proportions of it are so bad. I mean, look at that. And look at the legs are too thin for a start. I've seen so many bad videos of it, so these are all my own. People take that on other people's takes as well. But it's tiny. Oh god, the repulsor blasters, but tiny with see little light up LED that looks really bad. Again, you can't leave it on at all times, so it's not very bright. Um, I mean, yeah, okay, it's a big model. I saw this last week in my Lego store. Um, but no, it's shocking. I don't know what Lego. Who wants to buy this? I really don't know. Um, I mean, some of the design features are just. I mean, the chest looks so bad. And I couldn't when I first saw it. I couldn't understand why is the chest piece like this with these silly little shoulder pads. I mean, and then you sort of see why they thought to include. You can actually put a small Iron Man figure in it, but nope, doesn't come with it, which is again, bizarre. If you're going to do such a thing, why not include the model itself? Include the smaller Iron Man that flots. But no, we need to get spend a bit more money to to really complete it. If you know what I mean. I mean every angle. I mean just the angle. It looks shocking. It's so bad. And the fact they want £475 for this. Oh my God. It's yeah. I mean, I do hate to be critical of Lego because I think they do some truly outstanding work. We see what they did with the Optimus Prime. You think how detailed that was, and that is a fraction of the price compared to this. I think that retails, I think, for 140 or 150 odd pounds, maybe a little bit more. I can't quite remember. But we compare the two to this. Oh, they're night and day. And it doesn't help things. Lego, I think, have just announced that there's another Hulkbuster coming out. I think in January, priced at I think 40 odd pound. That looks like way better than this for like an absolute fraction of a fraction of the price. Oh, I don't know. I think this is again another. This is like two Marvel sets that released within a very short space of time within each other. Um, I don't know if they're under pressure from with having the Marvel license. I guess they've got to put out a certain amount of sets. But surely the designers could come up with things much better than this. I mean, it's just so uninspiring. So there we go, guys. That's my best and worst sets of 2022. As for my best set of the year, well, it came down to two choices in the end: the Optimus Prime set and the Knight's Castle. And I have to say, the Knight's Castle is in fact my best set of the year. It was an absolutely outstanding set. Let me know in the comments which are your favourite sets or the worst sets of the year. Overall, I think it's been a really good year with lots of different varieties in the sets that they've released. And I really look forward to see what 2023 brings us. It's quite exciting, anticipating what comes next. So thanks very much for watching. If I could please ask you to leave a like, that would be great. And if you feel I have earned it, I very much appreciate your subscription. See you next time in my next video. Sorry, Lego, not impressed with this one at all. So yeah, what a bad end.